That's it. That's the intro. What is up, guys? Butter Something here. In today's video, we are going to be discussing the talk that Nikita had today with some of the other Russian streamers, as well as some of the English streamers as well. So just to kind of get us started off with a whole bunch of information on Streets. I have my little notes here with my terrible handwriting, but I definitely have some gameplay for you guys in the background as well. So kind of getting us started on Streets of Tarkov. Streets of Tarkov is definitely going to be coming in 2021. That's what Nikita says, at least, and I'm going to take his word for it on this one because it should not take them an entire year to bring point 13 out. They also noted that there is a helicopter extract in some of the, well, I guess it's a helicopter, now you know it's an extract, in some of the concept art. That is actually going to be an extract. I don't know what you're going to need. You're probably going to need a very specific vest or rig to be able to use that, because most likely you're probably going to have to deal with people that are going to essentially be trying to get out of that extract, but also you're going to probably need, again, that specific rig, because you are attaching essentially a paracord line to a helicopter line. So that being said, they also said that it's going to add, kind of random stuff like that over other maps as well. So kind of random extracts, which should be pretty good. They also will start doing actual storyline quests, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So what I mean by that is they pretty much say that, look, we are aware that we don't have a lot of storyline right now with Escape from Tarkov, and we want to make sure that we change that. So when Streets of Tarkov comes, we will definitely be seeing actual story dialogue and story quest lines with that, and the quest lines will kind of start to make more sense. Let me go to like the next page of this, because Streets of Tarkov was talked about everywhere. There will be multiple, I repeat, multiple scav bosses. There's already been 2 that are kind of confirmed, is what he said. So that being said, when Streets of Tarkov comes out, you will see 2 bosses. There'll be ones that are roaming, and he said ones, so that means multiple. And then there'll be one that is at the car dealership. So if you go and take a look at my Streets of Tarkov trailer 2 breakdown, you'll see in the first 5 seconds of that trailer, when I start breaking it down, that building that I call a news tower is actually a car dealership, and that's going to be where he's going to hang out. He's going to have essentially snipers and on the ground teams with him. When this also comes out, we will then have patrols for maps. And what these patrols do is they essentially make it so that if you have a bad reputation with a certain trader, or you're just a certain faction, you can essentially go ahead and kiss your life goodbye. So what I mean by that is that you have like raiders or UN. If you're a USEC and you have a good reputation with, I guess, Peacekeeper, who kind of deals with the UN, you will be not targeted by the UN patrols that walk around and try and hunt players. But if you are not up to date with, like, are up on, par reputation wise with Prapor, the Russians will take you out, and bears will be traveling the map as well, taking you out. Not actual players, but just bears in general. So that being said, definitely something you want to make sure you are keeping an eye on. Next, they did say that you will actually be hunted. So if you are, if you are a bad guy, you're gonna, be screwed, essentially, when people are trying to hunt for you. So you are definitely going to be put on a list of, hey, hunt this guy down. But you're not going to be completely and utterly hunted, as they're going to kind of follow you. They're going to be doing kind of their own tasks as AIs. So they'll kind of be around certain areas. So back to the beginning of my notes here. They're trying to add map to map travel. So like the travel of, streets to labs, streets to factory, factory to streets, so on and so forth. They're trying to add that this year, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Point 13 is also going to be bringing the actual mechanics of the, what is it? I guess the gun jamming and the guns just kind of messing up as a whole. And when they talked about this, they said that all these people that are running around with like meta stuff, your individual pieces are going to eventually screw up. And with that being said, you want to make sure that if you do have meta stuff, that you're checking those pieces and that gun as a whole, because since it is meta, you're going to be shooting it a lot more, using a lot more bullets, and you will probably be in an area of, you know, gun modification where your gun actually drops its durability a lot more than what you would see with maybe something that's not meta. So definitely make sure you're keeping that in mind, as stock AK is going to diminish a lot of its resources a lot slower than you would see a meta AK or a meta HK diminish its durability. Next, at the very end, when it's all said and done with the game, you are supposed to, as the title says, escape from Tarkov. They are talking about an area where all of your guns are confiscated, and essentially you have to go with these guards, and after you hand all your stuff in, you have to make it through a final area. We don't know what this area is, but he definitely recommends that people work together to get through this area, because it is going to be so brutal going in without any weapons and having to kind of scavenge for yourself. You're essentially a scav for the most part. You will also eventually need to unlock maps. So you'll need to go from one map to another to be able to unlock that. They also talked about a console version of the game, and I don't know how that's going to go, but I'm pretty sure I heard him say console version. Looks like they're pretty much just really focusing on planning a lot of stuff as well for this upcoming year. They're going to add a dialogue system. We don't know if that's coming with any of the next updates or anything like that, but it's definitely something that we believe is coming soon. He did talk about it. They're pretty much also trying to give it a graphical facelift and make it look a lot better. So they're really doing a lot of that on the back end. They also talked about the arena. And what that is, if you guys don't know, arena is essentially going to be an area of just shoot to kill, and that's it. And that's what it's going to be. So you bring in whatever you want, go in, you don't lose any of your gear or anything like that, but they say that you can make money and I guess gear and earn gear that way through the arena. I don't really know how that's going to work, but they did talk and mention that you'll be able to kind of do that. So that being said, should be pretty cool. They said that it's going to be DLC. They don't know if they're going to give it to Edge of Darkness Edition players for free, or if this is going to be paid separately for Edge of Darkness editions. But as a whole, it is definitely paid for separately by the, you know, the players. So my guess is if they're going to make it a price, they definitely should just make it like 20 bucks and cap it at that. That's just me. Also, if you guys saw my other video about the no more wipes, I think somebody from BSG, again guys, Butters has spoken and they have listened. I doubt it's just me, but that's just me. They are saying that they are going to make it so that you have two different profiles, one profile that wipes and one profile that does not wipe. So that being said, you will be able to every few months have a character that wipes. You have to do all the quests again, and then you'll have a character that never wipes, and you'll just keep it continually playing with that one character. So that being said, should be pretty cool. Seems pretty exciting to me, at least. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely would like to be able to get some of those new maps and kind of play with whatever I can when I essentially get new maps and new material. I can be able to use my guns and good armor to really explore those maps, which would be nice. There's a lot of lore focus coming as well, so that's pretty cool. There's also a new AK platform coming, so like the variant of the AK. There's a new variant like AK-12, AK-74U, stuff like that. There's a new variant of that, which apparently isn't even on the market. currently right now IRL. So that's going to be coming, which would be super, super cool. And VoIP, voice over IP, is still coming, guys. I know a lot of people have been asking about that. It is still coming. It's going to essentially be kind of put in an iteration where they're going to test it for the most part and see what happens with a lot of people and kind of see where it goes with the whole... I mean, you guys know how voice over IP goes in most games, you know, racial slurs, so on and so forth. But they're going to see how it goes, and I am super, super, super excited about that. And then I believe that scav wars are coming. Nikita said, and this is the final point here, raiders will hunt cultists. So I believe that Streets of Tarkov, if I had to make a guess, and I'll make a whole video on this, and kind of why I think that, if I had to guess, will be the first scav war kind of map that we get in Escape from Tarkov. But that is all the news I have for you guys today. Definitely make sure to leave a comment below if you guys are excited about voice over IP or that scav on scav violence, you know, scav wars, as well as the new Streets of Tarkov map. So they're hoping to get it out by mid next year, or at least sometime next year. But I definitely want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.